Boker Tov, a guten Erev Yom HaZikaron, at 8 o'clock, Shmona, the Erev, Tzfira, V'Tzfira, both of them. And 1 minute in honor of the fallen. Unfortunately, we sustained losses, even yesterday, the day before. And then at 11 o'clock tomorrow morning, on Yom HaZikaron itself, Dalid Iyar, there will be a 2-minute tzfira. And
2 minutes, a long time.
Well, you know something? If we were to read the names, and they have a beautiful ceremony at the Kotel, you could see they already prepared, but they have two guards, 2 soldiers that stand by an eternal flame, and they have a luach that includes all the names of the fallen over the years. That's thousands of names. Every name is chashuv. Today, I'm inviting Tzvi right here. He's getting an invitation. He could daven Mincha Gedola with us at 1:30 at G4. And we're going to have a Sudas Christir. Yeshaya Steiner mi Christir. You know, it's an Indian to have a Suda. And I recall last year, the Suda at G4 was in the evening. And they had Basar V'chol Mat'amim. That I could tell you. So, Tzvi, you're invited. G4.
What time is it?
Going in 4. 1:30 Mincha to be followed by the Suda.
Middle of the day.
Yes, but Bo Bayom.
What are these guys, Batlanim?
Absolutely. These are guys who learn full time. They're Batlanim. They're beautiful. Anyway, so that's this Kastir. It's also the art site. Kastir. Right. Didn't you say you heard that niggin in the mikveh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
His father's name was Moshe.
His father, Ben Ramosha Steiner.
We never found that, though.
I don't know if you want.
You searched for it. We couldn't find a niggin that I heard.
The challenge is a challenge. I don't know if I really looked.
The mikveh niggin.
But the truth of the matter is, you got me so caught up in anything that has any mention of a Kli Zemer. I sphere it out. You know, I'm borer. I'm borer when it comes to music. Okay, today's also Yosef Ben Shlomo Zalman Breuer. Okay, for those who are Washington Heightnicks. It's also the Abba Berman. Abba Mordechai Ben Shaul Yosef Berman. For those who know, learn. And then it's also Aryeh Ben Moshe Apeshitz Sins. We're going to talk about all of them. Yesterday I didn't read the list of the psuei, the severely ones, the list that you had. I think, did I? I'm not sure if I did. Mayan ben Sagit, Metanel ben Sivya, Yarden ben Ayah, Yonatan Chaim ben Chemda, Netala Avraham ben Chia Simcha. These are psuei kasher l'tfilah. Oded Ephraim ben Vivian, Chaim Ido ben Inbal, Roy Chaim ben Merav, Avihu Rafael ben Anat, Chaim Daniel ben Hodaya. He's been on my list. You mentioned him. Iti ben Sigal, Yosef ben Chana, David ben Ziva, Aaron Rafael ben Elka, Nico ben Krina Yehudis, Iti Rafael ben Rotam, Yehonatan ben Adita, Shlomo Yitzchak ben Rachel, Eliab ben Ravit, David ben Chia, Yosef ben Shoshana, David Michal ben Chana Ana, Boy ben Tali, Eliezer Yaakov ben Shoshana, Menachem David Chai ben Miriam, Moshe Chaim ben Karen. I'm happy to report that Yaakov Dvora, I think, is scheduled to leave the hospital today. Yosef Akiva has traveled back to the U.S. He was zochet and doing real kibbut of and aim, so he should have a refuah shleima, Rabbi Jerry Werner.
How is your friend Lenny?
Lenny.
We haven't heard anything about him.
Okay, so Lenny is Baruch Hashem. He still has issues, which I could discuss with you privately. He has issues, but he's very upbeat, literally upbeat. He's, still Schlock in a wrong.
Not schlock up, but
Right.
upschlock.
Right. Aryeh ben Chai Tova.
Upgeschluckt.
Upgeschlock. No, we always say you have him in mind. And also my Chavrusa, who always shows up for the Yom Tovim. He didn't show up this time. I understand he's in some rehab or something like that. Yosef Dov ben Sarah Reisel, Yosef Dov Steinovitz, my Chavrusa from Panovich. And then we also have Avram Yitzchak, a real person. I don't know if I ever introduced you to him. He's Mr. Chevron. He does unbelievable things, and he has a certain problem, and he needs a refuah. Anyway, so these are the cholim, and with every chola, we have a tefillah. And today we are up to Yudalid. We have to have a hand myself for today.
למנצח לדוד, אמר נבל בליבו, אין אלוהים. השחיתו הטעיבו עלילה, אין עושי טוב. אדוני משמיים השקיף על בני אדם, לראות היש משכיל, דורש את אלוהים. הכל שר, יחדיו נאלחו, אין עושי טוב, אין גם אחד. הלא ידעו כל פועלי אבן, אוכלי עמי אכלו לחם, אדוני לא קראו. שם פחד ופחד, כי אלוהים בדור צדיק. עצת אני תבישו, כי אדוני מחסהו. מי ייתן מציון ישועת ישראל, ושוב אדוני שהות עמו, יגל יעקב ישמח ישראל.
How do you grade him?
I like that finish.
Okay.
Yisrael.
Ahachenu, Kol Beis Yisrael. Ahachenu, Beis Yisrael. Hasonim b'tzara, b'tzara u'b'shivya, dim b'yamo, dim b'yabasha. Hamakom Yerachem, Yerachem Aleim, Yotziei Mitzara, Lerevacha, U'me'afel Eliora, U'me'shubu L'geula Bagola Uvizman Koril. V'nomar Amen. Hashem Yishamayim Yishkif, Hashem Hot Arup geguckt.
Arup geguckt.
Look down. Von Himmel. Al B'nai Adam, you know Himmel, I think is the name of a vodka. Okay, Al B'nai Adam.
Arup is to take off. Like
Down.
Arup means down.
Yes.
So Arup genommen.
Arup genommen is take down. Arup
I say Arup nemen.
to take down. To take away.
What's the difference between Arup and Arup?
One is up and one is down.
Which
What
one is
goes up, goes down. Dum 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 dum. Of course, I'm off key. I have to mention Miros Sezen Hayesh Maskil is Farhan Sufficient Zeh Ein Verständiger. Mention Verständiger. Maskil is enlightened. Dorish es Elokim. Velchen, now this is a good word for you for today. The word for today.
Let's hear it.
Farsht. Welche farsht dem Erbestern. Farsht. And I'll give you a hint.
Pei, Aleph.
Reish, Shin, Tuf. Farsht. Welche farsht dem Erbestern. Doresh et Elokim. To search for Hashem.
To search is vazuchen.
Okay, but first is also here, the official.
So I want to take this opportunity to wish a grace hatzlacha to my nephew, who is now starting today in she was brisk.
Really?
And he was learning in Grodno for many years, and now he's switching over to brisk, which is a prelude to entering the shidduch scene.
Oh, is that the equivalent of the Lakewood freezer?
Well, when you go there, but the point. That's
we know. There are those people.
That's not why I'm wishing him hatzlacha, because he has to learn Yiddish.
Oh,
like he has to go from 0 to 10, like.
Welcome to my world.
Immediately.
I told you how I used to.
Because the shiurim are in Yiddish.
I used to tell you.
He doesn't speak a word of Yiddish.
Yeah, function on. How was his faher? Faher.
His fire was good.
Yeah, and what language?
He was accepted.
Faher in what language?
Fair must have been in Hebrew.
Okay, so we see. It's a fair hearing. It was a fair hearing.
We actually had a very good hearing.
Really?
Yeah, on Shabbos.
You see, the problem with you is you say we had a good herring.
We had 3 sugim.
Oh, because I was about to say in G4, Baruch
We
Hashem.
had 3 sugim of herring. We had the standard pitachmitz.
Okay.
We had one with dvash and
I understand, honey.
Something else, hamastrid,
chardal.
And we had a pikanti.
Oh, pikanti. Okay.
Yeah, we had, and I found we're makbid to have after Pesach only from Kemach, which is nitchan. After Pesach, and I was able to find because Hadar ran a new batch of crackers, so we were all set.
You have it. Do you have my minhag? My minhag is
always we have. Fish
no. Let me tell you what my minhag is. I take a cracker with one form of herring because we have at least 10 forms of herring. So you take one cracker and some herring and a shot. So if you figure that we have 10 crackers,
10 shots.
So I have a dietitian, by the way. They require me to see a dietitian because I take some sort of medicine. And it turns out it's a cousin. And the cousin says to me, pretty tolerant.
Kifalak.
Says to me, no, on Shabbos, what do you drink? And her eyes go wide open as I tell all the carbohydrates and everything else that I have. And then I mentioned the fact that I take 10 shots at least. So he looked at me. He says, the dieta, shmona. Take shot, shmona. So it's not bad.
You really take 10 shots?
At least. You're kidding? I don't count. On Shabbos, you don't count.
10 shots?
No, they're guys. I'll tell you what certain people... No.
To carry you home.
No. First of all, carry me home. There are some guys who pour like a half a glass.
Oh.
Those guys pour. I don't like doing that. That's not nice.
So probably five is the equivalent to 1?
Yeah, they do that. I don't do that. I take shots. And each time I say L'Shem Shemayim, I really, and I get closer, Karvosam El Hashem. I don't get burnt, but I'm pretty up there. Anyway, let's talk about Sudas Christir. Rabbi Shua. I'm gonna have to. By the way, we have his picture on our refrigerator. Don't ask me. Okay, they have Shazam. You ever hear of Shazam?
Yeah.
So try to do that.
You did that. You tried.
I tried Shazam. I did everything. It didn't help.
You did a Shazam and it Shazammed you.
It Shazammed me. Migdolei Admurei Hungaria. Nolad Zboro. Not Zaro. Zboro.
Zorro.
Oops. You almost zeroed my zeroed. You remember that. Elif Shmonot Arba'im Ve'achad V'niftar B'Krister, which is the Ad Tokaj. Okay, I'm glad that really helped me out.
That, yeah,
we really know exactly what we're talking about. But it's in Hungary. Biyom Gimel Iyar, which is today. The Elf Shamot Esrim Sham. Shem Ish Imo Hensha Miriam. I thought Hensha is like a Chabad name. Hensha.
Saying if you come to the G4 Suda today, you are guaranteed not to go out Hungary.
I'm inviting everyone on the name.
Hungary.
We have, Hungary. Okay. It took me. I had to have a few drinks. It took about 5 drinks before
How many drinks did you have?
5 drinks before I had it. Horav hayu aniyim, tzadikim pshutim umlei yirei shamayim. Aviv niftar b'yoto ben shalosh. Imo da'aga lechanchol etorah v'yir shamayim v'yasol ben yud beis. He avia oto b'regel. Lo yala kesef li'agala liliska. That remind me. Good old days of the Depression, 1929. My parents told me about how they used to walk over the Williamsburg Bridge to go from Lower East Side to Williamsburg. That it would cost, the subway would cost a penny. I don't know how much it cost. Liliska, Reb Tzvi Hirsch Friedman, Baal Ach Pri Tvur. Do you ever hear of that sefer? Ach Pri Tvur. V'fkido biyado. She handed over him to the to the Liska Rav. Amazman, Katsar, who kibel al smoliot shimshrosh or Tzvi Hirsch. Gam tkufa shekvar hayo admor, mikol Hungarian nasu elov. Haya chotem al kol miktav sheshalach Yeshaya, shaya meshamesh krosh etzel harav Lipska. Reb Sheila, who's mus, Shaila, whatever you.
Shaila. Sheila's a lady's name.
Listen, shy. I'm very shy. The mus amomis shetztaina betov lev nadir. Tzadik ador b'miuchad Reb Chaim Mitzanz Reb Mordechai mimnadvorna hichshivu ma'od. Reb Mordechai Amar shemin hashamayim achrizu shel yamalei b'komo shel Reb Tzvi Hirsch miliska v'achein rov hatzibur punu yivlav lo admarim mishpachot Reb Tzvi Hirsch gam Reb Yechezkel mishineva b'no shel Reb Chaim Mitzanz kibed ma'od al Reb Yeshaya Shia. You remember that? Shia. The kasher yigia alav it yashev b'ksei hashulchan korolo yebechezkel Amar adma. What?
Shia. Was für Zeit mit
What's
aller
that
Meises?
says? What's for
Was
time?
für Zeit mit
Mit
aller
aller
Meises?
Shia.
Shia.
Ad matai? It says over here. Ad matai? Ata nichbel hakelim. She'omad lachalik shirayim. Lakach shirayim etzlachato sh'Rab Shia. V'tzirfum l'tzalacha shelo mizech yileket shirayim. Rab Shia nitmaneh la'admor ב-1874 ועבר לקריסטיר. מתפרסם במופסים בלתי רגילים. כל הכספים שקיבל חילק לצדקה ובשיח הזוב מבעלז עומר, שמפתח שפרנסו הוא עץ רב שילה. עוד ראיה סיפר שבהפסקה לפני תקיע שופר, כאשר החסידים גדולים רצו למקווה, רב שילה עסק בלחתוך את העוגות שתהיינה מוכנות לקידוש לציבור. Okay, so we're in the middle, and with bated breath, we look to Tzvi to see. Von brisk, Efsher hat a brisker Wort in Yiddish.
A brisker Wort.
A brisk, something brisk. It could also mean quick, brisk.
Brisk.
Or brisque. You ever hear of anything that's brisque?
No, careful there. You're getting on the bordering.
Off the gvul.
You have to. This is an official broadcast.
I know that's true. The FCC, the Fair Hasidic Commission, might start up with.
That's good for being quick like that.
Anyway, FCC.
Any hot words?
Nothing. Okay, listen. We give it every so often. We have to have a break. We should do chazorah. Verhalten is to...
Verhalten is to hide.
Hide. So you're hiding the good words. Oh, I'm not going to even... I'm just going to take my stash over here. And Yom HaZikaron. Listen, I'm working on it. I would like my goof, my Ratzon is to join. Is there any problem getting in? Do you have to have reservation or anything like it for tonight?
I don't know, but if you want to come, just let me know, and I'll make sure that I find a place.
We'll see. It'll be a last-minute decision. I have a rut on it. It depends on how I christier today. I christier myself.
This is in honor of the Yortzeit?
Yeah.
So what are they doing, Ruchni?
They have the very Torah. Are you kidding? You don't have a Suda, Ein Suda, believe.
So who's speaking?
We have Applebaum is his name. We have a Rav, so to speak.
A Rav of the
of
G4?
our G4, yeah, we do.
His name is Applebaum?
Applebaum, yeah, he's a good guy. And we have the guys themselves, we all come up. It'd be nice to have something in the name of Castilla. Maybe I will, if I could find, first of all, I'm not allowed to, he does not allow in G4 to have any phones whatsoever. No devices. Even a coach. In the shul. That's it. That. He does. He's very makbid on that. So if I come in with a recording of Shia, he would not allow that. So I just have to remember how the niggin itself. And okay, it's a good chevra. It really is chevra-shaft.
So many people will be there?
So we range from 25 to 50.
Wow.
I think you didn't show up that one night. At one time it was like the weather. The weather was like crazy. But one of these days, listen, you're invited. Gaonim 4. It used to be the Schottenstein Kollel. Now it's the G4 Kollel. Guys learn. In the
Okay.
mornings we have a Seder. Okay.
You learn there?
The answer is every so often. I don't have a Seder there, no. But the guys are unbelievable. And one thing's for sure, for example, I sponsor with Ben
The
Sion.
Americans?
Yes. Well, we have English, and we have Chutznikim. Although on Shabbos, Nate's Minyan on Shabbos is mixed. We have Baruch Hashem, but we're Nates. We're good guys, good mashkimim. Okay. Anyway, that's it's interesting because
that's a good word in Yiddish.
Which is
Not nitz, but nitz.
Nitz is to
It's a nitzen.
is to blossom.
To use.
Oh, nuts.
Nutz.
Genutzt.
Genutzt.
Nuts. Some people say it's nuts. You go nuts. Habe nachrim bo merachok elav v'nahagu me'azroto. Rabbi Yishia haya oseh b'kiruv Yehudim rechokim gam nahag la'agen al Yehudim mipnei oiveim b'sipurim meflaim yiduim al hasachato b'inyan zeh. B'no Reb Avram Steiner milei mekomo olam niftar rak shnatayim achar tirat Rav Shila. At Makomo, Reb Avram Steiner Milei Chotno Reb Meir Yosef Rubin Shenasat Rivkit Cyril Bat Reb Avram Meshaleshet Chasidus Rupshit Mispa Ashwitz Hashem Yikam Damo Yavdav Reb Meir Yosef Haya Firya Hashem Yikdamam Reb Yisachar Barak Rubin Hu Akostir Reb New York Frida Gittel Ishis Reb Nachum Yisrael Wattenberg consider Rebbe Beboro Park. Okay. היום זה גם כן יורצייט של יוסף בן שלמה יזלמן ברויר, שנולד ב-1882 ונפטר ב-1980, נולד בהונגריה, הוסמך על ידי ראש ישיבה פרנקפורט, היגר בוושינגטון הייטס, הקים קהילת עדס ישורן, בישיבת שמשון רפואה הרש, התורה עם דרך ארץ, ראש הפיו סיום, אוקיי. היום זה גם כן יורצייט של אברהם מרדכי בן שאול יוסי ברמן, אבא ברמן. נולד ב-1919 ונפטר ב-2005. נולד בפולין, למד בישיבת מיר, היגר באמריקה, היה ראש ישיבת מיר בברוקלין, אחר כך הקים ישיבת עיון התלמוד, עלה לארץ ישראל, הקים ישיבה בירושלים, ב-1995 העביר ישיבה למודיעין עילית, ב-2008 ישיבת כנסת ברוך, חיים מבריסק, מחבר עיון התלמוד. היום זה גם כן יורצייט של אריה בן משה אייבשיץ סינץ, שנולד ב-1768 ונפטר ב-1832 מכונה מהר"ל, מ"ה ריש א' ל', נולד בפולין, בן 25, היה נודע ביהודה, ב-1765 אירע בפלוטה, פולין, הוא חבר ילד גט מקושר, הוא חיבר גט מקושר, קומץ המנחה, מלוא עומר, ברכס השיר, שמחה יום טוב, גוש נונס, טיב קדושים וגור אריה. עד כאן היורצייטים של היום. היום זה ג' אייר ואנחנו ממשיכים על אב מלאכה כוסף, ואפילו לא אומר שיקרא הנייר סביב החותם. We're talking about if there's a letter that comes on Shabbos that's sealed. You can't tell a guy to cut the seal, but you could tell him Asur Shalo Yomer Lahalo, and then Yachol Likro. You know, I can't open this. It's sealed. Memele Yovin, he'll understand. V'gam Zeh B'dochak. Even there, it's not such a good thing to do. Kibil V'zeinu Rabim Herba Chilul Shabbos. It causes Chilul Shabbos. Yos Mizeh. V'lav Hachi Asur Likro Igerish Shekosif Ba Inyonei Mekach Memkar. If you open up a letter that has something to do with transactions, monetary matters, V'inyanei Melchomos, or has something to do with news, V'afilu L'ayim B'chzav, just a glance, Lo Kriya Asur, Elam Kain En Yadeh Ma Kasuba V'gam Az Ein mutter rak la'ein bo. The only heter is to glance, only under very special circumstances. Paragraph, subparagraph Vav. Asur la'asok b'shum masu matan. You can't do any commercial matters, bein liknos, whether to buy or limkor, to sell, liskor, whether to hire, to rent, to liskor, or to rent out. B'Shabbos shema yichdo. Why? Because you might write. V'chein asur liknos kinyan b'Shabbos. You can't have any kinyan on Shabbos or fila agav sudar, special through a handkerchief, shikorin kabbalas kinyan. All these things are conducive to writing. Subparagraph 7. Asur litzchok shum sochak shederech lichtov. You can't play a game on Shabbos that would cause you to write down the score. Shem yichtov v'laviach kol asur. Especially if you're playing for profit, that is definitely asur. Okay, now we're up to the 34th, 35th, and the 36th. Avos melachos bona, to build, soser, to take down, to destroy, take apart, makapapatis, and to finish, complete something. Subparagraph al labona or soser, if you build or you take apart, demolish. Binyan kavua, something that's a permanent house. Chayav yechayav for the bona of soser. L'chein gazu chachamim v'asra afilu binyan aray, and even a temporary resident, you're not allowed to build or take down. The hainu lislo sadin, even to put up a sheet, or to set up a screen in a mechisa to ibal hatir ezet doversha yasur, in order to make something mutter that would have been usher below that could go misha ein lo sukkah. For example, if someone doesn't have a sukkah, raksha osa misadinim, he uses the walls by setting up canvas. He puts up sheets. Also, the imkorch b'mshicha melamala, if you with a band you tie it up from above and below. Also mechisa, and you make it a partition. The eino korech, that is definitely considered boneh. However, if you don't really bind it up and down, and it cannot withstand a strong breeze, and that's not considered a partition, and that wouldn't be also because it can't really help to make a sukkah. Sukkah has to be something that could stand up against a strong ruach mitzuyah. Chen asur litlos vilon, you can't hang a curtain with nei a pesach to use it as a doorway or chalon, or to use it as a window shade. In korech l'mata, if you tie it up and down, you make it permanent. In korech mata, but if you don't make it permanent, you just put it on there. That's not a permanent petition. The kol she'ein liyakol amod b'nei ruach mitzuyah, something that can't withstand a good wind. Ein mechitza klal ve'eino ma'il klum. Subparagraph B. Im yesh chalon or chor b'kotel. If you have a window or you have a hole in the wall, mutar l'stom oso b'davar she'ein derech levato. You could use something that you don't normally use to stuff up something. Kagon beget, to use a piece of clothing. But as something material that is used specially to stop up holes and the window, also the have kamosif, or being, because by doing that you're being adding to the building its bonnet. Gimel nagar, a doorbell. Shenolim, that used to lock the door. Kamosif osin kor. Because, like, for example, you have a hole at the door, at the door, you put some sort of wood inside of it. If you don't prepare for that on Erev Shabbos, then you can't use it. And because it's muksa, you can't even use it mitam muksa. But if you prepared it beforehand, and you use it as a lock all the time, there also it's not so simple. The efshar, the afilu hachi asur elam kain kasher b'delis. However, that might be asur against a form of bona, unless you have it tied to the door of the imukli gomen olimbo afilu ein kasher. And if it's a lock that's there all the time, then it doesn't even have to be attached, it's be mutter. subparagraph Dalit, Chalonot, Dalatot, windows and doors, Habayis Afilu, and Fulim Atzirim if they're on hinges, the Kohen Vaknim, Hanotlin Omazikim, if you take them off or you put them on, Yechayim Meshubona Ososer. That's a form of building or taking apart. Or even if you do it through a Gentile. Surely, if a person has a permanent window, but buys quickly, Surah Believe doesn't even have hinges, if you take it apart and put it in, it's chayiv, because that's really a form of taking apart, soser, in form of building with it. So that's it for today. We wish everyone chayim tovim.